those who are on YouTube, welcome to Call with the Ring. Today joining me is Liberty Belle out of El Paso, Texas. Liberty, thank you for having me today.
Thank you for having me.
It's it's a real pleasure. I've been wanting to get you on my podcast for a while. I know with wrestling, training, work, extracurriculars, I'm really happy that I was able to fit into the schedule. Thank you for finding a little notch of time to get me in.
Of course. Of course.
So, where did your love for pro wrestling start?
It started at home in the living room with my brother and my sister. They used to have little matches outside or in the living room, ladder matches, and they would build
Yeah.
cardboard belts and they would put it in the fan. And I would see them play and I would be like, oh, that's so cool. And then one time my brother gave a power bomb to me in the bed and I was like, okay, this was cool. So then I guess after I graduated high school, I started looking like to see if they have like wrestling shows locally. And I did find a local wrestling show company. I can't remember. I think it's ALLWA or EP. I can't
Okay.
remember. It's such a long time. And I asked one of the wrestlers after the show, I was like, well, his name was Bones, Mr. Bones. And I asked him, where do you
Okay.
train? And he's like, give me your information. And I gave him my information. He contacted me. And from there, I just started training by Speaking Rock, like down there, the
Oh,
valley. This was back in when I was back back in but it was a while ago. But from there I started learning basics and I really liked it. And then I started performing as a manager for a team called the Hellboys. I think it was
okay.
in 2009.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. But I was just
I,
managing. At the time I was just training, so
no photos ever surfaced of your managerial days?
That what? Hmm.
Like no photos ever came up from you being a manager? I would love to see you walking out
Um,
the
I I actually do have a video. I think it's 2 videos of myself, being manager, but they're hidden, they're
yeah,
hidden.
like, of course. You gotta cover up you gotta keep the secret, the
Exactly,
mask.
exactly. And then from
So,
there, I just started moving around everywhere, so it was on and off,
okay. So,
on and off, on and off, on and off. It's always been on and off for me. I guess it was a choice just because like I know how intense the sport is and what it does to my body specifically.
yeah.
So, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it, and I just keep on coming back to it.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. So which one, I mean, you're obviously a wrestler now, but
Mhm.
did you like being a manager more? Or do you like being more of a wrestler now?
Wrestler.
Wrestler?
Wrestler, definitely. Yeah, because I could actually kick somebody's butt, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I feel like as a manager, you could get some cheap shots in and then run away, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Let
I
let
did. Once in a
let your
while,
t let your talent get the beating for some of the things you do, you know?
yeah.
So like hey, so you said you were on and off with wrestling and managing and things like that. Was there any point where you really felt like giving it all up? Like was there a hard time where you're like, you know what, I don't think I want to do this anymore? And what got you through that to keep on being a wrestler?
Um, there hasn't been a point where like I really want to completely stop. I mean, I guess every time I wrestle, like the next day, I feel it all in my body. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my body? You know, like, what am I putting my body through? And like, in those moments, that's where I think, like, what am I doing? Like, do I want to continue this? Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't continue this because my body is just going through a mini car crash. every time I wrestle,
Yeah.
and do I really want to feel this when I'm older? You know what I mean? Because right now, like, I've been feeling okay. I've been very fortunate not to have any injuries or anything like that. I mean, I've had a couple of big bruises where I have to like stand down for a while. Like my ribs one time, I got crushed. And my ribs were hurting so much. I did a backflip from the third rope and my foot got bruised for the longest time. So after that, I
Ooh,
was like, okay, I gotta think about like not breaking any bones, or not like ripping any muscles. Cause at the moment I thought like I did rip something. I did break a rib or something, or I broke something in my leg or rib something. And those are the moments where
yeah.
like I stop and I think I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this, but then I heal and I'm like, I want to come back and redo it. It's the people, it's the kids. It's the kids that got me like, I want to do this. Like, I want to be an inspiration for the little kids. I want them to see, like, oh, there's somebody here in El Paso that's actually doing this, because that's how I
Yeah.
was when I first grew up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that just keeps you coming back
Yeah.
time after time.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
Yeah, I noticed every time you come out when we do a show when I was in El Paso, man, the kids they just flock to you.
Yeah.
It's
And,
like,
and I love that.
right? The bright color. I mean, you've been in the parades, you've done the all the big events and things like that, like the zoos and things like that. Like,
Yeah,
I can only
exactly.
imagine the amount of kids who saw you, especially little girls who, when you do it, especially in El Paso, most of the matches are like 95% men, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I know when they see you, you get a big pop all the time because, I can only imagine how many girls you've inspired to step into the ring one day when they get older, you know?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And there's a lot of a couple of El Paso female wrestlers and they go out and wrestle and they're doing great, like in their career. And I really love that. But like as for me, I really think that little girls also need to see it's not always going to be like if you want to go up high up, you can, and there's women like that, but there's also women that just do it um for fun, like you could just do it here in El Paso and do it for fun.
that's what I was going to ask you because I know you specifically wrestle for Lucha League. You haven't really traveled and gone outside of that, but
Yeah.
I was actually talking to a friend and he wants to get into pro wrestling, but he doesn't have time to travel. And I was
Yeah.
telling him about you.
Yeah.
I was like, she has her career, she has her hobbies, and this is just a passion that she gets to pursue. It doesn't mean that you have to take it, doesn't mean you have to keep on climbing. You're not
Yeah.
measured
hmm
by where you work or who you wrestle. It's just by how much fun you're having and what you're
Exactly.
doing. Like,
Exactly. And Lucha League has
s-
these shows that I really enjoy because they're events that you get to do other stuff other than wrestling. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
they make it enjoyable. It's not just about wrestling, it's about the community, like you're giving your time to the community, and I do it for the community, and I like that about them.
exactly, exactly. Now, real quick before we move forward, um, can we get a shout out for your gear maker? Because I remember I was talking to you before. You have this mask. You also have the black outfit as well that you wear, which looks amazing. Like, who makes your gear?
His Instagram name is Enigma. He has a little picture with a golden mask. So if you see him in my
Oh,
profile, it's him. Enigma.
okay.
Yeah.
Has has he been making all your gear?
This one he didn't make. I lost contact with the one that made this gear, but the rest of the gear, his name is Enigma for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
how did how did Liberty Belle come about?
Um, well, I was I was going through different names and different characters and different ideas, and I think Liberty Bell just stuck with me just because it's more me. than the rest of the characters. I guess since I'm very into politics and I really love politics and I love my country, so I was looking for something that would represent like me and the love for my country and the love for wrestling. So I was talking to David about names and we just started calling out names like uh Diva Liberty, stuff like that, and Liberty Belle just stuck with me. I was like, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. No more.
That is.
Yeah.
I know when he first told me, I was like, that's so smart. Like I never heard like it just rings a I mean, it rings a bell. No, but it just clicks
Yeah.
so well, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised no one thought of it before. Like, the Liberty Bell, you know? The
Yeah.
way you
Miss
spell everything.
Liberty. Yeah, exactly.
Um, do you have any big goals for 2026 as far as pro wrestling?
Um, yes, I do, but they have nothing to do with wrestling. I'm working on expanding my career outside of wrestling.
Okay.
So that's one of them. As far as for wrestling, I'm just gonna continue doing working with Lucha League and working with the women's title and see where we can take the women's title and how where we can go with it and what storylines
Okay.
we can build with it. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now don't give up any names of the companies that you work for like that. But for the fans who are watching, what does Liberty Bell do outside of wrestling?
Well, that's a secret.
Don't give it.
That's a secret. Well, okay. I won't say names. I won't say anything, but I repair computers. I like to be technical with computers and repair software and
There,
hardware and build them and stuff like that. So, um, and I just hang around.
there you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Because you see, a lot of people think that pro wrestlers are like these, like, oh, I'm in the gym, oh, creatine, you know. But I remember before you mentioned that you build and repair computers. They're like, wow,
Yeah.
I type with two fingers, and you're over here
Oh,
talking about building. You talking about building computers and stuff. Yeah. I mean, that's sadly that's really how I type. That's why even with my notes, I
oh.
handwrite everything because I don't.
It's okay. It's okay. I write notes too.
Even the lighting in here is with candle because I'm just afraid of technology. What would be your dream match? Because I know you do intergender matches a lot of females against males. What would be your number one dream match?
Um, with locals that are from El Paso or just like in general, like the big time?
In, gen- in general, big time.
Okay.
It can even be past, present, you know, local.
So I would really love to uh wrestle Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley,
Rhea Ripley, but
man, she's a
yeah, she's so awesome. I love her.
right. Is
Yeah.
that she has like supersonic energy and she's bigger than me, you know?
Yeah. She's wonderful. She's awesome. She's strong. I love her goth attitude. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing Liberty Bell a little bit goth, but we'll see about that. It's just up in the air, so.
Right? I mean, you have the Liberty Bell, the red, white, and blue, the stars. Have you ever thought of doing like a post-apocalyptic America Liberty Bell?
Ooh,
You know,
yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna write it down.
a little Thunderdome mixed in there with a little post-apocalypse. It'll be really nice.
Yeah. Great
What
idea.
about what about male? If you could
Mel,
wrestle any male wrestler, who would he? Yeah,
probably Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Wow, he's really popular in El Paso.
Oh, really?
Did you- Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe Aunt Claire said Jeff Hardy.
Really?
Lolito said Jeff Hardy.
Oh,
Yeah, you said Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy
Dude,
or
I'm
The
like,
Undertaker? The Undertaker.
The Undertaker? Dead
Imagine.
man. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Especially if you had that post-apocalyptic Liberty Belle gear, it'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
American Badass versus
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That would be awesome.
what was it called? Instead of coming out to your theme song, you can go out to Hell's Bells. You know,
Oh,
bang, bang.
right.
That'd be pretty interesting to see.
I'm taking notes.
Huh? So, so you've been wrestling about, I would say, what, 4 years
Yeah,
since the
yeah.
pandemic kind of like who has been some of your favorite matches or people you've wrestled so far?
So I enjoy and I really love and respect Miss Kath. She's from Germany.
Oh,
I've
okay.
had a couple of matches with her and she's really down to earth and easy to work with. And she helped me throughout like developing my character as well and get my confidence in the ring. So I really love her. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, she's easy.
No, I shared the locker room. I've shared the locker room dozens. I don't even know how many times. More than 50 times in El Paso with Miss Cat, and you would never expect that she has like the level of success she has in Mexico and
Yeah,
wrestling, you know, across the U.S. because she's so like down to earth. It's you
yeah.
know
I love her. Yes.
she she walks in, she shakes everyone's hand, you know, she'll talk to you, but she never like it never feels like she's talking down to you. Or even though
Yeah.
I've asked her a few times about my matches, you know, I'm like, hey, I don't know if you saw my match, but is there any points? And she'd just be like so down to just talk to you, but like, no, you're doing good, you know, with her little German
Yeah.
accent.
I used to, well, we did have a storyline where I was calling her Russian and she would laugh about it. She was a good sport about it. So it stayed because I was like the bad guy at the time. So I was like, you're Russian or whatever. And she would play with it. So I really love that.
Right? Oh, was that when you had the when you turned on Menace, I believe?
On
Was it Menace when you turned heel?
No, I turned on Mystican. I turned on Mystican and I
Mystic.
went heel, yeah. Because I
I
helped
have to,
Menace get the title Halloween or October.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I believe so. And then you had that match with Miss Cat, I believe at the roller rink
Yes.
afterwards, right? Was
Yeah.
that the match
Yeah,
the match you're
the
talking
flag
about?
match. Yeah. Yes.
The crowd. I mean, you had in my opinion, you had the match of the night. The crowd was eating it up,
Yeah.
you know?
They enjoyed it. They
Like,
enjoyed it. They were a little bit confused, but they enjoyed it.
oh man. Um, Now, do you have any advice that you'd give anybody who would want to start a career in pro wrestling, or maybe they're already started, but they're just not sure which route they want to take it?
Um, well, personally, just take it one step at a time because I've seen girls that start wrestling or training and they get demotivated because they cannot do a roll or they cannot do a bump. And I just tell them like just continue. You're going to get better and this is how I started. Um and I mean, it's okay to feel like you don't want to do it anymore because it will come up, it will come back again. Trust me, it will come back again where you want to wrestle again or train again. And even so, let's say you're having a match or they put you out there to just have a match. Even if you botch, like you're learning from that experience. You don't have to be perfect. Just continue training. Um, if you can't, if you're having, let's say, medical issues, fix them, come back. You know, it's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. And it's just if you have the love for the sport, like it's not going to go away at all. So my advice is if you love it, it will be there. Whenever you're ready, just come back, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's also that's so true.
Yeah.
Because like I know I for myself, I've been out of it for 6 months basically already.
Yeah.
And I'm just every day I'm like thinking about it. I'm just counting until I have my return match, you know? Because
Yeah.
I don't want my last match to be against Tommy, you know?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know? So, but no, I completely understand. Like the itch, if you have that itch, there's only one way to scratch it, and that's by getting back in the ring
Yeah,
or getting
exactly.
involved somehow, you know?
No matter what you're going through,
So,
your career, medical issues, or family business, just go take care of it, come back, go take care of it, come back. If you don't want to take it all the way, then you can always just do it for fun, like, or you can just
yeah.
take it all the way if you want to. But if you want to take it all the way, you do have to train every day, or I guess 5 times a week in order for you to get
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. I tell people all the time, at least show up to practice twice. The minimum is twice a week. You have to show up to
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
One is to go over the basics and the fundamentals to make sure you have everything down. And the second practice would be more honed towards what you're trying to do,
Yeah,
the message
exactly.
you're trying to get. When you go out there and you compete, the moves you want to do, things that are more into your character, who you want to do, because that's gonna be very important. A lot of people they show up to time 3 times a week and they go over everything, everything, everything. And the day it comes
Yeah,
for a match, they don't really know what they want to do because they never really spend time on character development, you know?
exactly. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
that's
I
how we
feel
work on it.
Mhm. I also feel like you develop your character inside the ring. When you're pushed, you're forced to like do a match. Because how I
Yeah,
started it like a long time ago, I was just training. I was just training, and it would have been by now that I would have been like excellent at wrestling. But since I was never pushed back then, like to get inside the ring, like I didn't know the psychology inside the ring. So once they push you inside the ring, like that's when you actually get more knowledge about it, like at least what I
yeah,
think. Obviously you gotta take care of the other wrestler as well. So you just gotta tell them, this is what I know how to do, and this is what I feel comfortable to do. And from there you
yeah.
just learn, and then you start getting comfortable with those moves, and you start adding more. At least that's how I I I grew up, like as Liberty Belle,
Yeah.
and I am developing the character as Liberty Belle. That helped me a lot. So
So the final question I was going to ask you is something I usually end all my interviews with is finish the sentence. It's like you're a pro wrestler when.
when you have bruises everywhere.
Yeah, bruises everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good reason.
You never know where they come from, but you wrestled last time, and you don't know how you got that from.
Exactly, exactly. Man, that happens to me all the time. Like I'll take a really bad bump off the side onto the apron, onto the floor, and then I'll get the weirdest bruise right here, but I did not land there. It'll be like a big blotchy bruise. I'm like, I did not land here. I landed here. You ever saw Tommy Boy with Chris Farley?
Yeah.
He's like, not here, but like right here.
Wow.
When they got hit in the face.
Oh, that's how it usually is. And you get bruises down here, everywhere, and it's just like, what did I do? How did I get hit? Or your face hurts somehow, and you're like, where did I
Yeah.
get punched?
Oh, oh,
I don't know what happened.
tooth fell out.
Pretty much.
But I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It was great talking to you, great catching up with you. Hopefully, I'll see you and David and everybody soon when I head back to El Paso to do some wrestling.
All right. Thank you for having me, Matt. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's been more than a pleasure. Thank you so much. You
Yeah.
take care. You have a great day, all right?
You too. Good luck with your podcast.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.